Teez Monkey back with another Zelda video, and today we're going to talk about the DLC and specifically a question that I get from a lot of my viewers. We're going to go to my man Life, one of my longtime fans, and let him ask the question so that we can answer it for you guys.
Hey Teez Monkey, I have two questions for you. Do you think the Zelda DLC is worth purchasing? And more importantly, do you think I should buy the Zelda DLC?
So those are the two questions that I get asked a lot. Do I think the DLC is worth it? And do I think you should buy it? So I'm going to give you an opinion based from my perspective. Now let's remember, I have been done with this game since before Mario Kart came out on the Switch. Beat all the beasts, beat Ganon, done all the side quests, done everything. The only thing I have not done was find all 900 Korok seeds. I found 500 plus. And I don't think it's worth it to go around and find the rest of them. I'm not too concerned about having that 100% completion, especially since the only thing that's keeping me from that is finding another 300 and some change Korok seeds. So let's get into it. Why don't I really think the DLC pack 1, I'm not talking DLC pack 2 now. We're talking just on the simple fact that what's available to us now, which is DLC pack 1. And do I think it's worth it? Not really. And here's why. Because for someone like me who has nothing else to do in the game, this game, the DLC doesn't really add any replay value. Sure, it gives us a sort of trials, which is something different in playing something different in the game and not doing the same stuff over again. But the reward from that, again, has no benefit to someone who's already beaten the game. Yeah, fully powered up, 60 damage all the time, fully glowing Master Sword is cool. But for me to use it, I'm just going back and there's nothing for me to do in the game to get value out of it. So it makes no difference to me whether the Master Sword was still at 30 damage or it's at 60, because I'm not going to go back and redo the stuff that there's nothing for me to do. You know, plain and simple. Let's talk about the armor that came in the game. Again, not worth it. Phantom armor set gives us attack bonus up. That's already provided to us by the Barbarian set in the game. And when the Majora's Mask amiibo comes out, the Fierce Deity set does the same thing. But here's the difference between that. Phantom armor cannot be upgraded. Barbarian can, so can Fierce Deity set. So Phantom armor becomes obsolete. Midna's helmet, once again, already stuff in the game that does the same bonus. It's the same bonus as the ancient armor helmet and the diamond circlet. And again, can't be upgraded, so it's worthless. Tingle's outfit. Bonus is night speed up. Again, stealth suit gives us that Dark Link suit. Now, Dark Link suit can't be upgraded. Either can Midna's helmet, but the stealth suit can. So what's the benefit of having Tingle's outfit over the stealth suit? There isn't one. Let's talk about two pieces of armor that are kind of better than what we've already talked about, but still really not necessary. Majora's Mask. What does that do? Well, it just basically replaces all the monster masks. So instead of having to switch between your Bokoblin, your Lizalfos, your Lionel Mask, etc., if you're trying to avoid those type of monsters, the Majora's Mask just puts all those in one. So yes, it's more convenient. You can run around more freely without having to really pay attention what you're about to run into and switch to the appropriate mask. But again, it's doing something that was already provided for us in the game pre-hand. And then let's talk about the Korok mask. The Korok mask can actually be kind of helpful. This is like maybe the one thing that you can get some use of if you've beaten everything, but something like for me, if you still haven't finished all those Korok seeds, you throw that mask on, run around. When you're close to a Korok, it signals you. So, kind of useful there. And let's talk about the travel medallion. Now, when you're like me, you've already beat the game, you've done all the shrines, you already have all kinds of warp spots to go around to that you can get to pretty much anywhere you need to by warping to the closest shrine and walking the few seconds it takes to get to where you're going. So is the travel medallion provide any utility? Yeah, sure. It'll shave you a couple of seconds off of a time to get to a certain place that you may be wanting to frequent here and there. But again, not really making the DLC worth it. So, all in all, what do I think about this? To me, wasn't worth it at all, like I said, but I've been done with the game. If you're just starting the game out, this stuff could be useful. My opinion is that all this stuff that came in DLC Pack 1 should have been in the game from the beginning. None of it provides anything good for someone who's already beaten the game, and with how long this game's already been out, the majority of people who got Switches on the launch day or within the first month, Zelda was pretty much the best game. Zelda sold the most out of all those games, so most people are probably already done with the game by time this DLC came out. So it provided us what? The Sword of Trials to go back and do something new. That was basically only the really new content that wasn't already in the game. That was something different. But the reward of a fully upgraded Master Sword does us no good if we've already beat the game, so we're getting no use of it. Now, this could be more useful when DLC Pack 2 comes out, but as the moment stands, if you've already beaten the game, this DLC really wasn't worth it. So the way I look at it was, sure, for $20 we get both DLC packs. So let's say that makes it basically this one's $10, the second one's $10. You can't buy them like that. You have to buy it, the whole thing, for $20. But that's how it is. So was it worth $10? To me, no. As a content creator, to be able to make some videos on this stuff, sure, it was worth $10. But for someone who's already beaten the game, my recommendation would be to maybe hold off on this DLC till we get some more information about what's in DLC Pack 2 to see if DLC 2 is more appealing to you, because DLC 1 is really not worth it on its own. It's all about what's going to be coming in DLC 2. That's it, guys. That's going to do it for this video. I'm the Teez Monkey. This was just my opinion. Sure, some of you guys may think differently, but this is what my fans have been asking me, in my opinion, to give them. So what should I say? Was it worth it? In a nutshell, not really. Do I think you should buy it? If you haven't beaten the game yet and you can get some utility out of all the stuff that is in the pack, sure, why not? Because we're also going to get DLC Pack 2, which I'm crossing my fingers, and I'm going to say it's most likely going to be a lot better than this stuff, because like I said before, this stuff was all stuff that should have been in the game from the beginning, and then it would have been a lot more useful. That travel medallion would have been very useful first starting out playing this game if you get it early on. Majora's Mask. Here's the thing about Majora's Mask. It kind of provides a cheesy aspect to the game. If you get that early on and you go and play in Master Mode, which also came from the DLC, you can basically avoid 90% of the enemies and run around and do what you need to do, gather what you need to do, a lot easier than if you didn't use it. That's up to you if you want to do it like that. But that's it. That's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the DLC Pack 1. Was it worth it for you? Are you looking forward to DLC Pack 2? If this video was helpful for you, don't forget to smash that like button. And don't forget to hit that subscribe. And come check me out in one of my live streams. I'll see you guys in the next one.